Hello boys, girls, MPs, I'm Senpai and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be checking out some of the Alien Stage comics because you guys were recommending me to check out the comics after my Karma reaction. You're saying that the comics sort of, fills out some of the gaps and some of like extra information about the characters, about the world, things that, not everything can sort of fit into the episodes or whatever you call music videos, episodes, I say episodes. Yeah, so before after Karma, hopefully there's gonna be more parts, but I thought this is a good time to sort of check out the comics. And before we get started, I do want to give a special shout out to a member of my Discord server, Honeyleaf, because Honeyleaf helped me by compiling this Google Doc with all of the comics for me. So thank you so much, Honeyleaf, for doing that. And also, if you some of you guys want to join the Discord, there's an Instagram down below where you can join as well. And also, I just want to give a quick disclaimer because I don't know, some people, in some of my past videos and stuff, like, oh my god, Zen, you're illiterate. Oh my god, Zen, you can't read. I have a speech impediment. Okay, so I do struggle to read or speak sometimes, so I apologize if I don't read the comics like super well or I mess up some words. Like, I apologize, but I do have a speech impediment, okay? So it can sometimes be hard. But anyway, first we have is Trace, some of Teal's childhood along with the inner thoughts of his parent, Lo. Small note, Lo's gender is never specified in the comic, which is why gender-neutral pronouns are used. Okay, Lo was this creation's provider. So they call like the kids creation. Lo has always wondered, ever since the creation was born, whether or not the other providers also felt the same emotions that they were feeling towards the creation. The creation. As the creation began to grow, Lo even started to feel fear for some reason. Fear? Whenever the creation's Vivian eyes, I don't know what that means, looked up with experiment eyes, Lo felt a wave of fear. When Teal looked at their parent, they felt fear. Why do they feel fearful? Of what? Of him? Of Teal? Or because the creation knew more than just one language. Wait, they look really alike. Is this like actually their biological child? Because like they look very alike. Is this like before the aliens like took Teal away or something? How do you know more than one language? It was a language that Lo had heard before on those massive screens. Others of our species who knew that language were inside them. Oh. So did Teal learn it from watching TV? Or Lo never liked how those bastards would say that those were good cries and ate it up, and how those cries would eventually meet their end atop those stages. Oh, so it sounds like Alien Stage, yeah, I guess was something that went on for a long time. It was like a, maybe like a yearly event kind of thing. And it was like a big thing, I guess, because it said that there was like a lot of fans. It's broadcast on TV. So I guess almost like this entire, world or country, whatever they're in, almost like watches this, like, the Alien Stage. Whenever the creation looked up with those sad eyes and made those cries of such a tiny mouth, even though Lo knew they should stop him. Oh, yeah, wow, oh my god, look at that emotion. They're like, really, I mean, so it's just more so, it's like for, like, are they, sort of, like, afraid for Teal's safety? The sight of it was so lovely they couldn't handle it. Aww, they're so cute. Aww, they're so sweet. Oh, they're so happy. Oh, so cute. Lo wished that even if they were to one day die and be reduced to dust, the creation would remember and chase after the love that he had given. Oh, they're so cute. This is so sweet. Oh, and this is passion for like music and drawing. And that one day that love would be recuperated. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. For this Lo prayed with all their heart to, what's that? Anaki? Sorry. The creation knew exactly what he meant to Lo, and he loved the warm affection that Provider gave him. Oh, these hugs are so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so innocent. Oh my god, baby Teal's so cute. Oh my god, I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Oh, he's sing. Oh, did Lo teach him how to sing? Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Soon he began making those cries much more than his own language. Oh, no, the aliens! No, they're gonna go take... Oh, it's like those, like, at the end of Com, it's like those, like, sort of bounty hunter aliens. They go and take Teal away. No, baby, no! No, baby, no! No! Baby boy, no! Baby boy! You fucker! You motherfuckers! Did I at least not... Wait, did they kill the parent? Eventually the punishment came due. And the two were separated. Oh no, baby boy, no! Okay, is Lo at least like... Oh, did they... I hope they didn't kill Teal's parent at least, right? I hope they're like... Oh, he's... Oh my god, poor baby! Poor baby boy! Oh, this is sad. Oh, Lo was never able to know. For that creation who came to be called Teal. Oh, so it's like the backstory of like what happened. So yeah, I guess the aliens just go around like kidnapping kids, I guess. That creation who held all of Lo's elated expectations, fears, and love deep inside him. Exactly what kind of trace they had left. Oh, he's a really nice drawer. Even the end of Karma, you can see that like Teal, like from what I learned now, he got shot in the throat, so he lost his voice, and it seems like drawing was his sort of, you know, his expressions is very much so like it seems like drawing and singing is a way for him to express himself, but after he lost his voice, he turned to drawing as a way to communicate, but also, you know, express himself to the world and not lose that for himself. The trace never let the creation become a lonely boy. Oh, this is so sweet. Wow, wow. Okay, I didn't know the comics were like, yeah, these comics are really nice and really like sort of in depth in the sense of like we get like, you know, Teal's backstory. So yeah, I understand why some people tell me to check out the comics. These are pretty great comics. Like the art is so nice as well. But oh, it's so sad. It's like it's so like I feel like captures what Alien Stage really is. So it's like it's sad but beautiful at the same time. But okay, let's check out the second one, Our Diva, a comic given some better insight on the rebels, their members, and Hunya's role amongst them. This would take place pretty early on in the story, sometime before the rebels rescue Mizi in Ruler of My Heart. Official translation. You know what? Let's just do the official translation. Okay. If you know your enemy and yourself, you'll never be defeated, he said. It was my big bro shitty excuse. it had only been 2 weeks since he'd stormed out the door, saying he needed someone who knew what they were doing to break into the alien stage. Yeah, so I guess that their like what goals all along were to break into alien stage. I do wonder how long they've been like plotting this. Like, did Hyunya just you know, meet up with these rebels like later on, or have these rebels been a thing for a while? I told you, I got her. I'll get her, right? How about my recruiting skills? Her name is Hyuna. Ta-da! I never thought he would really bring her. She does not look amused. Do you need a tissue? Oh my god, have you caught a cold? Oh, like, achoo! Oh, okay, wait, okay, oh, down. I'm sneezing all because I'm next to all these good-looking faces. Okay, down. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means either. I realized he had picked up an odd ball. Okay, interesting. Put my legs on diet, please. For the first 3 weeks, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. If she's doing this joke a dozen times a day, I'm going to guess she's a little screwed up, but happy. Okay, down. Alright, man, fuck. I mean, at least she's happy, I guess. But soon I realized that her state of mind was serious. What use is I don't know what that word is, like this to the cause and starvation of humanity, as my brother Jacob says. Not again. You've had enough. Just leave it alone, Jacob. Ugh. Okay, well, that was more a moan, I'm sorry. You know, it's pointless. How many times do I have to see someone wallow in self-pity like this? We bought Dewey in when he was really young, and he's an optimistic guy, so it was no problem. Is this mission you're planning a kid's game? We're less than a year away from the start of our mission. How long are you going to spend our energy on this pointless bullshit? Oh, god damn. She seemed pretty optimistic too. You're stuck with this shit. Okay, damn. Damn, I feel you can really see how, like, you know, what Mizi was sort of saying about, Hyunya and Karma, like, oh, she puts on this front that she has this, like, rebellious spirit, right, and she's trying to fight them, but here we really do see she's struggling, and she's using, like, I feel like drinking as maybe, like, a form of, you know, she's escaping by drinking, or she's really struggling to come to terms with what happened, or with things like with Luca. Do you know where I first discovered Hyuna? Probably down a sewer, somewhere in the theater. Damn, okay. Haha. You're right, but she wasn't escaping. Oh, wait, what? She wasn't escaping. She was heading toward the garden. Oh, to the place where she had been captive and where there were other children like her. Oh, was she trying to save the kids? How was she going to save them with one leg? Stupid, right? Was just one leg? Oh, wait, you can see, look, she's got like a marking, like an imprint of her name on her. I didn't really, did they do that? They imprint the kids with like their names on them? Like, you know, like branding like cows, but not a barcode, but their name. Just like us. He's always been good at convincing people nonsense. Jacob was talking about launching rockets, sending our sound across the universe. Things that people of today's era would find ridiculous, but I knew something about him. Jacob gotta be able to do it. Jacob never failed before, so he can really accomplish these crazy things. And with my help, maybe my brother could launch a rocket or a missile or whatever. Ugh! Anyway, be nice to your brother. Oh my god, damn, she got the shades. She got the shades on there. Oh shit. Holy shit! Up until then, I would never have agreed that she would be a big help, but I was supposed to be here. This is my spot. Go, quick, go help them. That's right, she's been here all along. I'm going to tell the boss about you if you're screwing around. But still, with each passing day, Hyuna seemed to improve. Getting too drunk wasn't much better, but she didn't seem to mind either, as she followed Jacob without question. Perhaps she couldn't stand the of my little brother. I'm sorry. So the 6 weeks that he was gone were hell. He's gone for 6 weeks? Where the hell was he going for 6 weeks? People were burned out from lack of purpose, and I was busy calming the chaos as interim leader while he was away. Damn, you got a tough job, Jacob, I swear. I tried my best, but I would never have been as good a leader as Jacob. Hey, weak street people! Oh my god, chill. I thought it sounded like an interesting story about, dreams, and all I got was this exhaustion. Shall I show you my life skills that have worked so hard to cultivate? Worst? Oh, she's having fun. Drunk and party, but I don't think he could have known how much her out-of-the-blue act would mean to me. Oh, he's happy. Wait, oh, okay, I see now. So is this the guy? This is the guy that was in Karma, right? Was this the guy that Mizi shot and like sort of narrating a certain part? He's got that mark in his face, right? Yes, I think this is the guy. Okay, so now I understand how people knew who he was because of the comics. Okay, this makes sense now. Alright. From Karma. And then he came back. Oh no, what happened? An unrecognizable hugged figure resting on the shoulders of a stepbrother. It was one of those frequent unfortunate occurrences of being captured by the dreaded, I still don't know how to say it. I don't remember much about that day. I didn't have time to look around. I was too busy making sure my brother was breathing. Oh shit. But I don't remember any voices singing triumphantly among the cries of their comrades. He reportedly asked me to do this and to do that in an inaudible rasp until he looked at a woman who wasn't crying and said, "Forgive yourself." And then he stopped breathing. Oh my, he died? Oh shit, he died. Oh my god. Something seemed to have changed her since that day. It was the same old jokes, the same old stage mentions. They didn't work. The same old crowd pleasing. But yeah, something was different. Isaac? I'm going to continue his plan. Stupid. Exactly. What happened to her eye? Oh. We're a bunch of stupid people. Wow, okay, so yeah, I guess this is sort of some backstory on him from Karma. Okay, you know what, that's a good one to sort of to know. But that's very sad, damn. I guess like Hyunya's probably gone through a lot, you know? Like there's a lot she's probably gone through. Heavenly Garden. Final thoughts, comic number 1. Sua's POV during her final moments. Oh, wait, what? Wait, that sounds interesting. You should at least keep your hair straight. Oh, be careful. You're so unkept. That's it. You need to be punished, Suha. Tickle, tickle. Back then, you were all I had, but that's why you scared me. I can't do a girl voice, I know. Yes, so Mother said that we're gonna go once I sleep 10 more times. I think Mother seems happy and I might see that pink hair girl. Oh. So she really... Oh yeah, so this is after they, like... They saw each other, you know, in those, like in... It's like when they were in space, or in those, like, capture sort of things. Didn't I tell you fidgeting your toes like that is unseemly? Oh, wait. I'll stop doing it. Oh, you're so cute. But this Ani is worried about you. In that hellish place, I'm worried our unkept and stupid Sua will go pop and die. They say that corpses fall from the sky there. If weak little kids like you were to go pop and die, they would burn you all up in a hot fire. Oh my god. Open the lid in the sky and sprinkle them all over the living kids. Like snowflakes. Oh my god, what the hell? You're already dumb enough as is! What if you go to a place like that and just go pop and die? I pity you, Sua. Oh my god, what the hell? Ani's words scared me more than I could ever imagine. I couldn't stop thinking about going pop and dying. Much more than before. Oh my god, so... Yeah, I sort of understand now why Suha really had this sort of, you know, she really heavily seemed to, in comparison to the others, have a better understanding of, like, immortality, or the understanding of, like, oh, I know I'm gonna die, right? Like, I feel like some of the other kids in the garden sort of retained some form of, like, innocence, or retained some form of, like, you know, childlike, naivety, but I think Suha had this sense of more maturity and a sense of understanding what's going to happen, and I think maybe is this what really sort of more contributed to it, because, you know, she's so little, like, I don't know how old she is at this point, but she's still like still a little girl, you know, and she's still a little girl, but I feel like maybe, you know, what she went through in that gave her a different perspective or sense of maturity in comparison to some of the other kids, in the sense of I think some of the other kids had, you know, more of that childlike naivety, and why she really does a lot of the time, like you see, she's getting ready for a death, practicing her death, and I can't imagine, I think, you know, especially this is her final moments, right? This is obviously what she's thinking about, looking back on this before she's died. And this was when she's a little kid, and you think about, you know, when she's, you know, this being her final thoughts in the performance, like how long Ani's, or how long, you know, auntie or mother, whatever, these thoughts have been in her head, or this idea of being told that she's going to die, you're gonna pop and you're gonna be dead. How long that possibly had been echoing in her head, or have been stuck to her. And I think that might have been a contributing factor to her sort of understanding her immortality potentially more than the others, or understanding and knowing, hey, like, I'm probably going to die. And, you know, it's like, damn, oh shit, my motor turned off, wait a second. But yeah, that is really sad. It's so sad. Like, she's so young. She's so young. Like, I don't know how old she was, like, here, but she looks like a little girl. It's crazy. Poor Sua. Poor Sua.
But if I ever see you again, there's something I want to tell you no matter what.
That you're wrong! You are the pitiful one.
All along. Rather than hell, I found you. You're that snowflake doll. Where else would I have found such a heavenly garden? That's why you're wrong.
Oh my god, wow. Oh, this is so sad. Oh my god, this is so sad. I think Sua's backstory is so tragic. But honestly, I feel like now when we're getting to understand more of like Suha's inner thoughts, her perspective, I feel like almost that there's a lot of more almost like parallels between Ivan and Suha's sort of thought processes or how they love, because Suha seems to be this like really gentle and caring person, and I think Ivan has traces of that. Like, I think Ivan does truly love Till, and he has a lot of love in his heart for him, but he doesn't express it in that way. He expresses it in another kind of way. But at the end of the day, in both of these instances of them basically sacrificing themselves, it's sort of the same conclusion that Suha calls Mizi her heavenly garden. She found peace within meeting Mizi, within knowing Mizi, within loving Mizi, and I think she would rather sacrifice herself than live in a world, live in a universe without her heavenly garden. And I think that's the same in the parallels of Ivan, in the sense of, like in the Parasite song, Ivan says that, Till is his paradise. Ivan, I think, would rather, in the same way, sacrifice himself than live in a universe without his paradise, without Till in his life. He would rather have Till keep going on. He would rather have his paradise continue to live, and I think it's in those parallels, in that sense. I think it's the same way in a sense of how Sua feels and why Sua sort of sacrificed herself as well. It's, oh my god, it's really sad. But at the same time, I think that this is really echoing the whole aspect of sort of the message I feel like that Karma sort of talked about was the pain and the suffering comes from your own emotions and you being human, you loving someone else, having these human emotions are what contribute to the pain and the suffering. If you didn't feel this way for others, then you wouldn't hurt as much. And in a lot of cases, I almost feel like that is why Luca was the one to survive, because Luca did the best at shielding his emotions, at masking those emotions, at not, at being able to, put things behind him better than the others. And I think that's really why he ends up being the one to survive more so than the others. Like, damn, it's just, okay, we might do one more, I think. Then there might be a part 2 and we'll do the others. Okay, so what is this one? Final thoughts. Ivan's POV during his last moments in Cure. Oh no! Oh, this is gonna break my heart. This is gonna break my heart. Oh my god. I thought that she and I were in the same position. I mean, in the same situation. Oh, I think those eyes are what caused me to have such a misunderstanding. Is that Sua? Oh, wow. This is really interesting. She wasn't much different from me. Everything around her twisted her personality. They were all similar to me. When I found out that wasn't true, I think I felt something that I couldn't describe. Wow, this is really interesting from Ivan's POV. Like, look at his eyes. It's almost, I feel like, is it jealousy? Is he sort of jealous that Suha's feelings have been like reciprocated and his hasn't? I don't know. I can't remember. Thinking back on it, I shouldn't have made such biting comments at her. I didn't think I would do this either, to think that those words would come back to haunt me. I should have been kinder. But my situation is better than hers, because I know you won't care that much about, I know you won't care that much about me. But let me say this just in case. Thank you for being a victim of my shallow emotions. Oh my god! Oh. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. Thank you for being a victim of my shallow emotions. It's really like, wow. Oh my god. Ah! My heart. My heart. Oh my god, that stabbed me in the heart, both of these moments. Oh my god, this hurts so much. Oh my god. This hurts. Shit. Oh, this is really sad. But honestly, this is really interesting. I didn't know that Ivan, like, consciously, had this, like, perception or this view of Suha, because we never really I don't think we ever really explored them ever interacting in the episodes themselves. But I think that makes sense, because Ivan is very much so, I feel like, the kind of person where he's an observer. He's observing things, so absorbing things. He seems like a really, like, aware person, like someone who's aware of other people's sort of views or emotions. He's the kind of person where he doesn't talk. I think he doesn't talk a lot in conversation. He's more like absorbing what's being said. But this is, oh my god, this is so sad. I think it's so heartbreaking when he's like maybe it's like, I know it's not gonna be as hard on you, because I know you don't care about me as much as maybe Mizi cares about Suha. Like, I know even if I die for you or I'm gone, you won't care that much about me. That's so hard. That's so sad. That's so heartbreaking. And I think that's not true. I think, I think Teal really does care about Ivan. I think he really does. And then I feel it's so sad that Ivan will never really see that, or he'll never really understand that. But I think almost maybe in a way, Ivan's doing this or saying this, or his way of sacrificing himself, is also this idea of not wanting to hurt Teal. I think he's trying to he wants to shield him from pain, because he wants to see that fire back in him. He doesn't want to see him suffering like this. He doesn't want to see him sad like this. Oh my god, it's so heartbreaking. It's so sad. But I think it's really interesting how, you know, we see Suhan, we see Ivan, and Ivan almost, you know, sort of viewing Suhan, wondering about her own situation and how she goes about conveying her feelings or how she sacrificed herself. And it's, you know, it's two different people conveying their love in different ways, conveying their emotions in different ways, and handling their own sort of almost similar situations, but in completely different avenues. And I think that's a really interesting thing. It's an interesting contrast. I think that really does, you know, show and display how, you know, how humans really are, or how, emotions can be so fluid and people handle their emotions in such different ways. People express themselves in such different ways. And I think that is a really interesting, like dark, but also beautiful contrast to see. But yeah, okay, I think that we'll end it here. Let me know if you guys would like to see a part 2 where I cover some of the other comics. Once again, thank you to Honeyleaf for making this Google document for me. If you guys do show support on this video, then I will try and get a part 2 out quickly. And also, if new comics come out, maybe we could also do individual videos on those as well. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If there's anything you want to tell me, definitely let me know. But you guys are definitely right, but like these are great comics. Like they do fill quite a lot of you know, gaps and have really great like information and stories in them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing. If you did enjoy this video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.